All right. Hey, hey, beautiful Deluge community. I really love this piece of equipment. I bought it over a year ago. But unfortunately, I've not been able to use it as I had initially intended. And mostly that has to do with software limitations, which I kind of expected to be there, but someone said that they might roll them out, but they're not out. And so these limitations are becoming a problem because I can't jam with this the way I'd like to. I can't play live with it the way I'd like to. And simply because I can't reach a lot of features with economy of movement as you would in a live application. And so I want to share with you the 5 things that I feel that this thing really needs for it to meet that standard. And I'd like to emphasize that I love this. Yes, of course, it's great. But I would also even pay additional money if someone programmed, these features, which are so vital to be used are so vital to make it a fully fledged live machine. So let me just show you more or less how I would use it and where I encounter these limitations, right? So I'm just gonna put down a loop down. So it's great. So I got a loop right here. But say I wanna turn it up, right? I have to go here. I have to keep that pressed. I need to play with this right there, right? That's already a big problem. If I wanna play with the filters or something, right? I have to do the same. I have to use another finger. I need to go in here. Now, there are possibilities to program knobs like this, but they are so limited. I can't do whole drum tracks. I can't, for example, do the shift track mute option so that I can mute on the fly. And this is vital for any live situation. There's a lot of limitations like that. And the problem is that, again, I would like to do certain things with just a turn of the knob. And when I have to press certain things, that means that I can't be engaging the audience. I can't be fully involved in the music. I have to be distracted with finger movements. So that's the first thing. The second problem I have with this is that for example, if I want to punch something more into this, right? Say I want to go like, and I know it's there, it's quantized looping. So I can't just punch things. And that's really problematic, especially if you're like in a noisy environment and you just want to go, oh, and add that to the track. Oh, 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 right? And I knew it was there, but I have to wait right now. So that's me waiting for it to be ready, and also that I just can't like precisely enter additional sound. There's no punch function, right? For people who like to work with live looping, that's a killer. The third thing, which I think is quite important, is that, for example, if I want to record something additionally, right? All right, so I activate a track. I'm gonna go in there, right? And I'm like, oh, this sounds nice. I want to program that. And say that sounds all right to me, but say I know that I'm playing it quite precisely, and I need to quantize unquantize. If I want to quantize unquantize, I need to go into a menu and press quantize unquantize. To have quantize unquantize on a button's notice or be able to program is super important. Some kind of shortcut, because sometimes I need a snare, to be really precise, and sometimes I need my shakers to be a little bit kind of like groovy like. And so going into and reprogramming this through the menu, it's a killer. It doesn't work. Another thing is that if I want to return back, and this would be the fourth one, if I want to return back and I want to put something else on this track, on this loop track, I have to go back in the track and select it. And that's also an issue, because maybe I just want to do the whole thing on a root level, and if that track is activated as an audio track, then it's quite clear where it's going to get its input from. So this kind of idea that you have more abilities to interface externally rather than going through the menus really is the main killer. But that's the fourth one, that you have to return to this track to select it for me to be able to punch and add additional tracks to that loop track. The fifth thing, say I want to put like a little piano on this, right? And that sounds quite nice, but I need something else. Say I need a bass, right? But I got a couple of hundred presets here, and so by the time I get to my bass, it's gonna take for friggin' ever. So having some kind of sub-menu here, so that I can select the presets a little bit more comfortably, that's really important. It's true that I can set them up in the menu, But even if this is not in a live application, maybe I just need to scroll through my basses really quick. Sometimes it takes quite a while to get there, and especially if you have very good presets, which sometimes delay the transition between one preset to another that time a little bit. So that sub menu, super important. So those are 5 things that I would be willing really to pay for. Obviously, having an auto channel would be nice. Obviously, having a sustained pedal would be great. And I don't know. For example, there's another issue here with beginning and end markers. But this would be a bonus. If you could do this, this is fantastic. Now, check it out. So say I'm playing that same loop, right? Ding. And I go into that loop and I say, all right, fine. I want to play with the waveform a little bit so that I can make some crazy effects. The moment that I start moving the end, it starts quantizing everything. And I have not been able to find a function to unquantize this so that I can do some crazy drops with those loops or just mangle them as I play. Yeah, that's it. As I said, I would be willing to pay for this, and I think that if other people also have this need, we could maybe, join forces and help some programmers to really help this thing become what it can become. I have faith in it, but I really need those functions. Take care, guys.